now.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's two different trackers. One of them Josie created, and that tracker has a lot more to do with like in-person stuff and things like that. And I don't do a lot of in-person stuff. So there's another one that's Heather's tracker, and it's an online tracker, and it keeps track of like who you've talked to, who you've reached out to that day, so that you don't kind of mix them all up in your head, because you don't want to be like inviting someone to business and inviting them to shop a day later, because they're just going to be confused. So there's a definite way to do it. There's a flow to it, and we're going to go through it. And it doesn't have to be an hour long. It can be however long you want to like make it in your day. So if you only have time to do it for like a half an hour in like the morning and then a half an hour in the evening, then that's, you can break it up like that. So we're going to go through. Does anyone have questions before we start?
I will say this though, before we start on this, if you, some people are working from their phone, so you won't have to have this, and you'll just have to know mind over matter. But if you are working from your computer, there actually are a couple of things you can download. I do kill my
Huh? Your mic, I think, is.
No, I don't think it's my mic.
I'm crazy. No.
I think it's somebody else's phone.
Okay.
Okay. But anyways, I guess if I need to mute, hold on. Let me just mute everybody real quick.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Okay. All right, cool. So what I do, especially if you work from your computer, you can download a thing on the on Chromecast. Like, not Chromecast, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about my computer, my TV. You can download it on Google Chrome. And it's called Kill My Newsfeed. And it's an extension, and you can turn it off or turn it on at any point. And basically what it does, it literally kills your newsfeed. So if you have the extension turned on, you can have it to where you literally cannot see anything. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work. And then I see somebody's like a boutique thing like Michelle was talking about, or like I see something of you guys's like groups, and I go in there and start commenting, and then an hour has passed by and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten anything done. Like, I haven't. So I use Kill My Newsfeed, and it will literally just make it to where you don't see anything. You can manually type in people's names and go to their pages, or you can message people. But it will keep you from just like aimlessly scrolling, because that is what like kills my, just everything I'm doing. So Michelle, you can, anybody can unmute themselves, but I just wanted to explain that.
I was trying to make sure I have it, and I do have it. So Jennifer, I'll make sure that I share it to your page in case there's other people that kind of think the way that I do, because you shared the one tracker. So I'm going to share Heather's tracker to the page. If you're in Sunshine Sisters, then you can see where it says, weekly building activity tracker in the file section. And that is basically your power hour. So it's the weekly building activity tracker. And as soon as we're off here, Jennifer, I'll share it to your page right now.
You can share it to my page right now too. And I'm also going to bump the thing that I posted in my group. It was from August, but I'm going to bump it again. And it has that thing I was talking about, Kill My Newsfeed, on it. So you guys can feel free to download it. And like I said, it's just like a little extension. So I don't even think it like takes up very much space, but it just kills everything in your newsfeed. Okay, so once you've shared that, if you want, we can just go ahead and kind of get started. It really is like, I think the biggest thing you have to just keep in your head is not to overcomplicate it. There's people like Heather. Now you see her, she literally works crazy, like 50, 60 hours a week. So when you see the stuff that she's pumping out, she's doing it rightfully so. Like she is pumping out stuff because that is what she focuses on. I know many of us have a lot of other things going on. She has a nanny, she has her husband, she has a lot of people that are able to help her. So you have to think about it. We've said it before, do this at your own pace. Don't get in over your head. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. When we talk about different numbers, I know when I start doing Power Hour, I usually reach out to about 10 people. Whenever we do this, when we're going through the stuff, Michelle and I are going to make sure you know to maybe do 3 or 5. And you don't have to necessarily do this every day. And it doesn't have to be an hour, but I try to make myself do it like 3 to 4 times a week. But when you start getting yeses and you start having people interested, then it gets addictive and then you start wanting to do it more. So
yeah. When Jennifer and I first started, Elena was really, really heavy on this power hour thing, and we did a live one, and there were a lot of people. So I'm going to tell you this, you are going to be super uncomfortable. But if you can get past that, that is the difference between you and a very large check every month. That is the difference between you and having people sign up on your team that you don't know that you do know, because even your friends are going to be attracted to the confidence. So if you could have over $1,000 in a month, right? Let's just say that's your income coming from having a team. If you could have over $1,000, realistic number here, you would message a stranger, right? Because who the heck cares what they think about you if your paycheck is $1,000 a month for helping people that want to be here? Like, you guys all want to be here, you know, so there's no weirdness to it. You all decided to say yes, just like we said yes. And now we're making money and y'all are making money with sales. And if you have a team, that's happening too. So it's going to seem awkward messaging people, but trust me, that is the only reason Jennifer has a large team and the only reason I have a large team too. So.
And whenever you do this, it is set in a way like you've probably heard the term before, but we do not cold message. That is not a thing. We build relationships. We don't mass ad. That's one of the things we'll probably touch on in just a second. But basically, when you're going through and adding people or getting organically, like making friendships with people that you kind of already know or are in circles that you're getting to know better, you want to make sure this person fits like kind of an avatar. So it like kind of like what I would try to do, I don't have it with me, but you kind of like make a list of like your perfect best friend or something, or like a kind of like maybe like a reflection of you. Like, think about things that you would really relate to somebody. I'm not going to randomly add. Now, granted, she might see my stripes and really like them. Like a 20-year-old girl that's like in a sorority that, I don't know, I'm a 30-year-old woman. I have a little boy. I hardly ever leave my house. I don't get, she and I don't have things in common. So I'm not going to add her, because that is going to be me. Our relationship's probably not, she's not my avatar. So I'm going to want to get to know moms, like boy moms that have nerdy husbands, nerdy moms. I have an autistic child. I have a lot of friends that have autistic children or just young children. I kind of am in those circles. So I'm probably not going to be adding the 20-year-old sorority girl, because that's not where I'm at in my life. And she's probably not going to be like, if I try to talk to her, she's going to be like, what is this old woman trying to talk to me about?
Right. At conversations, you have nothing in common with them other than being a woman and maybe liking makeup. So you're going to I have, for example, 2 girls on my team right now that are like 19. We have nothing in common, but they wanted to sign up and I'm here to help them. But I didn't pursue them.
Michelle you met them at a vendor event, right?
I did meet them at a vendor event, and rose gold shadow sense is what won both of them over. And I hate rose gold shadow sense. So it's kind of funny that happened. So you want to get started, Jen?
I was going to say, yeah, you can go ahead and touch on the first thing. I'm going to throw something away.
Okay. So the very first thing you're going to do, and there's like 5 different things. So the first thing is called add to network. Now, these are people that when you go on your Facebook, so I'm going to like actively do this as I describe it to you. When you go on your Facebook and you go down to like friends and it gives you suggestions for people to add, those are the people you're adding to your network. So I guarantee you they'll accept your friend request, first of all, but a lot of them are going to kind of be behind the scenes and watch you like posting, or if you do lives on your public page, you're going to attract those people. So we encourage, I really do 3. Jennifer said you can do 5. So you go through that little friends list. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to actually do, why can't I get to mine? Someone help. You go to friends and then suggestions for friends. Everyone knows how to do that. I'm going to assume, chime in if you don't. Like find friends or whatever. And so you want to find 3 strangers that when you immediately look at like their profile picture, or you kind of like see something about like what they do for a living or something like that you really like, that's awesome. Obviously stay away from someone who's who's got 5 like mutual friends that are all SeneGence people. Don't add that person, because chances are someone is already talking with them. So you can go through your list and you add 3 people to your network. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. And that should only really take a minute, because you're just picking 3 people from your friend suggestions and adding them.
Do you want me to do the timer?
Do you want the timer? I don't know. Do you like the timer?
Well, just because this is power hour, let me see if I can pull that up. I mean, this is pretty easy though, because you just can go through and add like 3 to 5 people. Mm-hmm. And if you have any, sorry, I was just out of the room. Did you explain like how to find these people? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to go do that too.
Does anybody know how to do it from an iPhone?
Do it while you're still on here.
Maybe it won't work.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's okay. I was checking in case.
What lip color do you have on? That is amazing.
Okay. I did half Napa Violet Volt Napa, then the other half Violet Volt Napa Violet Volt. I couldn't choose.
It's so pretty though.
Oh, thanks.
Honestly,
I like that.
If you wouldn't have told me that it was 2 different colors, it almost looks like it kind of almost blends, but then it's like a sideways ombre almost.
Yeah.
Love it. Yay. Okay. Amber, it says Amber and Danielle. Are you guys, oh my gosh, you guys are on the computer.
Can you guys hear me? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Were you trying to talk?
I can't do it from my iPhone. I can't add.
Okay, so I'm guessing for those of you guys that are on your iPhone, you might have to have your computer or like iPad or something. Because I'm doing mine from my computer. I'm talking to you guys from my computer. But
okay.
Right here.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna remute myself because my son. The only way I'm able to do this is if Moana is blasting. So.
That is so hilarious. Oh gosh, my son is already in bed, or else Lord have mercy, it'd have been the same thing.
My girls are in bed, but he is 10 months old and obsessed with this movie, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn this on, and you're gonna be quiet.
My son, he won't sit down and watch movies long enough, but like literally now on YouTube, I have heard The Rock or whatever his name is sing "You're Welcome" over. I've heard it more than I think. What is it called? Let It Go. At this point.
Yeah. It's like it gets in your head. It makes me a little crazy.
Seriously. Okay, so I think at this point we've probably all added like 3 to 5 people, and you just kind of honestly, it doesn't happen straight away. You'll have to let them accept you. And this is another thing. Now, I know some people are kind of weird about it. And I was.
Jen, real quick, I have to go for a minute. I'll call you back, or I'll come back on. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So, after that, okay, sorry. That kind of frazzled me. Okay. So basically, you want to kind of have at least like something that's sort of welcoming, especially if you don't have a public profile. I know for me, I have a public profile because, I don't know. I just do. I was always weird about it because I didn't want people seeing pictures of my kid, but now I talk about autism all the time and I have people messaging me all the time, and I have a public profile so people can look at it. So if you don't, or even if you do, make sure you have like a welcoming, nice picture of yourself and something at the cover, like a nice cover photo too. Just so people can think, like maybe if you're a mom, like have something like with your family or something like that, because they have to, at this point, they don't know who you are. So you want them to like want to like you or want to add you back. If you're very like super mysterious, they're gonna be like, who's this random person? Nope, I don't know them, you know? Okay, so since Michelle jumped off, let's see what the second thing is. So we've already added people. So now it's called Get to Know. You basically send your hey girl messages. This can be anything from, if you have already started building relationships with people, you could just be checking in with them, just like, hey girl, I saw, you know, I saw that you went to the park with your kids the other week. Oh my goodness. Like, you know, especially if you live like close to them, like, oh my gosh, we've got to get together, kind of just like talking about that kind of thing. Or if you have not met the person, or not met the person, you're just like brand new, I would just say something like, hey girl, my name is Jennifer and I just wanted to add, you know, say hi and thank you so much for adding me back on Facebook. Facebook can be like a really weird place, and you know, I know there's some guys pretending they're female, so I really thank you so much for like giving me the chance to prove to you that I am a female. And this is usually sent in voice message because, like, you know, obviously if I type this out, then they're not going to hear my voice like an actual female. So I'll say something like, oh my gosh, yes, some creepy guys will try to add me back, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll say, like, you know, there's so much negativity in the world nowadays. In your Facebook profile, you just exude positivity. And I'm just so excited to meet you. I love meeting other like positive women. And I also see that you're a mom. I'm a mom too. And your little boy is so cute. How old is he? Like something, literally just something that will kind of open the door. And a little piece of advice that I've been given is that person that asks the question is always in control. So if you have a question, that keeps everything going, and it puts the ball in their court, and you're just there to kind of bounce it back. And I feel like the times that I have actually listened to that and like I'm aware of me asking questions, those are the times that I get the most out of these conversations. And usually when I have somebody that's interested in the business that starts asking me more, like if I'm like, hey girl, you know, like I see you're a mom, blah, blah, blah. At some point in the conversation, I'll ask like, do you stay at home or do you work outside of the home? And they'll usually tell me like, oh, this and that. What do you do? And then it's like, bam. Now for you, if somebody asked that question, do you know what you would tell them? That's something that I know Heather's posted, something that Elena's posted, something that I have posted before. And I basically just tell women, just say something like, I kind of stay at home, but I have my own little business and I work with anti-aging skincare, and something. You just come up with your own thing. Like everybody's thing is different. You don't have to, whatever Heather says, you don't have to say, like, come up with something about you that exudes you. So now for some people that if this is the first time you're doing this and you haven't got any new friends on here, obviously these hey and getting to know, hey girl, how are you? This is going to be brand new people, right? These are going to be people that may already be on your list or people that may have just added you in the last 10 minutes that you added a few minutes ago. So you're going to reach out to like maybe 3 of them. You could voice message them or you can type message. I feel like voice messages are more personable, but you might not be able to do it because we're on the phone right now.
Can I ask a question real quick of everyone?
Yeah.
I am back. Gosh dang. You know my life right now. So
It's okay. You're back.
Oh man. Sorry y'all. My ex-husband tries to make my life a living nightmare every single day of my life. So
but yet you still
5 years later, but yet I'm still here because I'm going to make a whole lot of money and then take my baby permanently. Hey. Anyway, that's my why. A little bit about me. I was going to say, does everyone have a list? Does everyone have a list of people that they really want this for?
That's a smart question.
Because you made me think about that. Like, Rebecca, I know we've talked and I know that that's something that you have, but does everyone have a list of people that they want? Their ideal people? Didn't we talk about that, Rebecca? I swore we have. I don't know. You recruit like a monster. You don't even.
Well, like if you've heard us talk about Find Your Five, when you start this business or when you're starting to do this, if you're just on here and you're like, well, I'm seeing what this is all about. I'm only selling right now, but I don't know if I want to do this business thing. So when we say Find Your Five, or Michelle saying, do you have a list? Do you have people that you think about that you're like, oh my gosh, she would do so good at this? literally the first person that Michelle thought of was Kelsey, and Kelsey was signed up within a week. Okay. So
Kelsey, she put it on her face.
yeah. So she was like, people literally like, she's known for her makeup. People love her. She's amazing. You know, that kind of thing. So she already knew Kelsey, like hands down. So you kind of have this rolling list. It doesn't have to just be 5 people, but as you go, it's like, oh my gosh, this would be amazing. And we're not saying like, as soon as you do it, just be like, girl, you have to sign, you have to join my team. I'm telling you, just no, that scares people off. Like these are the people you give little tidbits as you go along, or the reason why we do like the attraction marketing, so they can see your success. But does anybody have like you may not have a list yet, but do you have like even one person that you're like, see, that's Michelle's list.
That's okay. So it's not up to date, but as you can see, these little tabs say August. So this is my list in July. When I first started, I had this list. And so in my mind, every single person other than a blatant no, every single person on this list I will have. Every single person. I'm determined. That's just in my mind. So this is me. These are my long games for literally a year. If I see them pop up on my newsfeed, if it's their birthday, if they post about like their kid doing something or whatever, I'm on that shit. All of these people. These are my people that I know in real life and would love to have on my team. So if you haven't made a list like that, do that for sure.
Yeah, that'll make this easier, but we're going to go ahead. And even though, yes, this is a power hour, it may take hopefully not as long, but normally it won't take this long. What?
Are we on get to know?
Yeah. This is the, hey girl, the how are you one. Hey girl. Yeah. Okay.
You should rename it as hey girl.
Hey girl, hey. All right. So go hey girl, hey. Like I would say 3 people, but at least 2. Go.
And if you can't use your like voice thing or whatever and you still want to do it, you can type a message to them. Don't worry about it. You just whatever works for you.
Hey, real quick while I'm doing this, I don't know if I'm allowed to unmute or whatever, but
Yeah, you're good.
so I don't know the camera. I don't know what happened to the app. This thing is I'm losing out my phone. But here's the problem that I'm having when it comes down my friends list, and I've been trying to find an add-on to it. So I still am trying to go through. I haven't been doing it daily, 5 people like I'm supposed to be, but I'm catching myself. Most of my team that I've built, they are at home. So 8 of the 10 are literally in the counties surrounding my home, or we went to school. So we're getting to the point to where we're having multiple people that are mutual, or I'm scrolling down my possibilities of suggestions, but they're either all somebody from, the teams groups that already sell SeneGence, or they are people that are already friends with girls that are on my team that sell. So I'm at the point to where I'm like, crap, I have to reach out to random strangers, which I am trying to do that. And when they write me, they're like, why are you adding me? Do I know you? And I try to say, hey, I'm being straight up and honest. I'm trying to expand my beauty page and get out there. And I was wondering if you've ever heard of SeneGence, yada, yada, yada. But other than that, like, I'm stuck. So help me out.
Well, I think one of the, what do I want to say? First of all, yeah, it's just a thing of like, kind of branching out and still talking to people that you don't know, because when they're strangers, for every 20 or something, Jennifer, is it every 20 that you reach out to, 2 are likely to respond?
Yeah, that's what they say in like health and fitness businesses, but in ours it's like 1 in 5.
1 in 5, yeah. I mean, obviously if someone comes at you, Rebecca, and they're like, why are you adding me? Like, I don't know you. That person's not a friendly person. Never mind. Like, that's kind of what I do. After you've explained yourself and you're like, oh, hey, well, I'm just trying to get to know other women here. on Facebook that also like have businesses or moms, you know, just extending my friend network. And if they're still like cold to you or rude to you, then they're not anyone you would want to have really shopping from you or joining your team anyway, because they're already like really defensive kind of people, as opposed to like a person looking at your profile being like, oh, she's pretty and she has kids, maybe we'll have something in common. Okay, friend. Like I friend requested those 3 people, all those 3 people said yes. So it's just a matter of, I think doing it and getting into that practice. Jennifer, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, also too, if you're having, I find it, I kind of run into the same thing where like now I'm seeing SeneGence distributors that may not even be under Heather, but I'm finding a lot of these people, sometimes what happens is they're SeneGence distributors that either follow me or they're friends with some of the SeneGence distributors I know that they've met at like events, and somehow they pop up in my newsfeed because they've met Elena or they've met Josie and they pop up there. But that's when I join groups on Facebook. And now you don't post stuff like join my SeneGence group in these groups, because first off, I'm pretty sure they'll kick you out and it's like in the rules that you can't do that. But then like I just go through and I will look in the members list, and I won't just be like add. I'll go through the members list and I'll just like look. And if somebody like looks like she has like, you know, like she's got either kids in the picture, or she has like a cutesy picture with her family, or like she has like a full face of makeup. If I hover over and it says she's with Unique, I'm probably not going to add her just because, you know, I could, but you know, I'm not trying to like message a Unique girl and, you know, tell her to buy some SeneGence. Like that's, you know, whatever. I'm not going to do that. But you kind of like go through and you think of people that would fit your avatar. And like I said, mine's family, kids, boy mom, that kind of thing. Those are the groups that I'm in, like autism mom, like don't join mermaid moms, whatever.
Don't join mermaid moms, my God.
All our mermaid moms, leave it. I don't want to get into that.
I do something else very direct. And I go into the self-employed, the makeup groups. Y'all, there are 20,000 people in those makeup groups. That's a no-brainer. If you find strangers from there, and more than likely they're willing to like be your friend, I'll get certain people, like there's this girl, and her name is Kelsey Geige. I'm just going to give you her name. She has 5,000 friends. So I just go and snag 1, 2, or 3 of them. And we have Kelsey in common. Now, they're already like, she's an entrepreneur, so am I. Chances are, so are the people that are like in her friends list. And that's kind of what I do. I look for people that have a lot of friends, and then I'll add 1 or 2 or 3 of their friends, because then we have a mutual friend. And, or if you get them like from the beauty group, you can be like, oh, I found you in the beauty group. And they're like, okay, well, I'm in there and this person found me. So, all right, I'll take it. As opposed to a random stranger. You have a group in common or a person in common, just one person. But like this Kelsey Geige girl, I don't know her. I've probably talked to her one time, like I mentioned skincare to her one time. She never bought anything, but whatever. I've taken like 40 of her friends.
Hey, Michelle.
I'm just going to be truthful about that. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys. So I have a question. I'm trying to figure out how to handle this weird, strange situation. But I have someone that was a part of my 5. And the only reason why is because when I first started SeneGence, and I did my first group of all the people that were already my friends that I thought they would be interested in it. And I first started posting about it. This one particular girl, I used to work with her years ago, kept commenting like on all of my posts in my group. And she would even post pictures of her with LipSense on, but she didn't buy it from me. And so like after a while, like I'm just, you know, I'm real chill, laid back person. So I'm just kind of like, you know, oh, cute. Okay, well, thanks. Like all you're doing is confirming my post that this product is awesome. So yay us, like whatever. Well, you know, me being me, I'm kind of aggressive. So I finally messaged her And I was like, hey, so you're always leaving pictures of you wearing LipSense in my posts and stuff. Who are you? Who's your distributor? Like, who are you buying from? And so she explained to me it was like her boyfriend's aunt, great cousin, something, I don't know. But it wasn't a direct person that she dealt with, that she knew. And she said that he just bought it for her because he thought she would like it. She never really met the individual though. And so I was like, oh, that's really nice of him. Okay, cool. I was like, well, you know, if you want to purchase, again, you know, I don't want to take a customer from another distributor. And she was like, no, it's fine. So we talked about it, whatever. But then like she started telling me what's going on in her life. And I decided to add her to my 5. And I was like, you know, I think you should really join, blah, blah, blah. And I, you know, gave her some info and detailed stuff. And she was like, okay, cool. Well, I was like, I'll follow up with you in 2 weeks. Well, in 2 weeks, I followed up with her and she was like, yeah, she was like, I've really been thinking about it. I'm still unsure, but I'll let you know. I was like, not a problem. If you have any more questions, just let me know. And she was like, okay, cool. Well, I have a really good friend who she's a part of my really good friend. Her name is Carly. She's a part of my 5. Like, I really want her to be a part of this. Oh my gosh. And she's just like giving me so much pushback because she is amazing with makeup. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she'll come around though. Well, she came over my house to try on some colors because I bought some more colors. And she was like, I'll come over and I'll put in an order with you. And I was like, okay, cool. So we're sitting there and we're talking. And she was like, yeah, I'm only going to buy from you. Like, you know, don't worry about anything because this person that I just told you about added me to her SeneGence group. And I thought it was really weird. And I removed myself from it because I was like, no, I'm only going to buy from Delicia. So I'm going to remove myself from it. And I was like, wait, who added you to their SeneGence group? And it was the girl that I'd been talking to for now going on 2.5 weeks. And so I was like, I've been talking to her and asking her, and I guess she decided to sign up under another distributor, which is fine. You know, you do what you got to do, but just keep it 100, which is whatever. That's another story in itself. Anywho, well, so finally she added me to her group because I waited. And I was like, I'm going to wait to see if she says anything to me, what's going to happen. And she finally added me to her group. And so I'm looking on her group and her group page or whatever, and I was just kind of like, okay. And so like maybe 2 days after she added me, she starts asking me questions like about how to take payments, like all this other stuff. And I was like, and I was like trying my hardest not to be rude, but I was like, you need to talk to your sponsor. Like whoever it was that you signed up with should have told you this stuff. And she was just like, oh, well, okay, well, she can't really give me the answers and all this other stuff. And I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like I was trying so hard not to be rude, right? Well, now it's getting a little ridiculous, and this is where I need some advice. Because now she's like, she's taking my photos that I'm posting on my group because I originally put her in my group.
Delete her.
Okay.
Your favorite thing also with these like new people that you're adding that you don't know, whoo-hoo, it's a whole new world of block delete. If you see them post something like that's really negative or they're like, I don't understand effing people, blah, 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 delete immediately. Like they're not going to represent themselves well. So just no. But that girl, yeah, block her and delete her because
this has happened to
me,
Michelle, and Emily.
Did happen to
Okay.
Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, someone will talk to you for 2 weeks. They will get you so excited. Like, I don't know, write this down that this is going to happen to you. They will get you so excited. They will give you a day they're going to sign up. And they will sign up under Josie. Or they will sign up under Jenna. They just will. Like if you see something and you notice it, like it's going to happen because people like the idea of you, right? But they want 2 steps up. Someone ditched me for Mandy Mancuso Smile Farmer, which I am not a smile farmer, so I don't mind. But I've never heard her name ever again. So bye, bitch. Like, no. No. So that is going, sorry, I'm going to be really honest with you because this is going to happen to you. You are going to call Jennifer crying. You're going to call Emily crying because someone has strung you along and you're so excited and they've given you a day and you're typing back and forth and you're talking about their kids and then all of a sudden they've signed up under someone else. Block, delete. Save yourself a whole lot of heart.
Well, see, this is what happened to Emily. And I know she's not on here. She's probably hosting a party queen. But she basically had somebody that she'd known for a while. She first off tried LipSense. This is actually kind of a fun story as to why you should do Power Hour. Okay, so Emily had tried LipSense. I had known Emily because when I lived in Tennessee, she was in a mom group with me, and we both liked baby carriers. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with a Tula carrier. I'm probably just talking to a brick wall here, but there's a Tula carrier, and they're like $150. They go on sale every Sunday, like these special ones, and I would go on there for Emily because those things would sell out in 2 minutes, and she's like, I need more people helping me because I can't do this by myself. So I did it with Emily. We talked like 5 years ago. We kept each other on our Facebook. She liked one of my posts, one, about the business. And I messaged her and I said, hey girl, thank you so much for liking my post about my business. It has really changed my life. I just can't even believe lipstick would do something like this. I really appreciate just something generic, blah, blah, blah. If you ever have any questions and about the business or about lipstick, I'm your girl, or something super generic, just saying like, thank you. If you have any questions, I'm your girl. Emily immediately messaged me back, was like, girl, I tried LipSense at a party like a week or two ago, and I've been thinking about it. She was invited to a party. So she didn't know the girl, the sponsor, but she knew obviously the girl that invited her. And she's like, I've been thinking about it. We hadn't really connected in a while, and she just was like, for some reason, I feel like I need to join your team. She joined my team, and she's a rock star. And she had the girl that invited her to the party, her name, I'm not going to say her name. She had been added to Emily's party because at this point she's still just a customer, right? Because she added her to the LipSense party, but she wasn't the person that was joined up. So she joined Emily's group, and then she signed up underneath the lady she had a party after she had literally asked Emily all the questions. Emily walked her through everything, kind of told her how to do this. I mean, Emily was brand new, but she was literally going through all of Elena's stuff, all of Josie's stuff, all of the stuff in my group. And she was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to sign her up. I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. Like she was telling Emily that she's going to sign up under her. And I mean, imagine Emily's dismay, first week of joining up, and then somebody just signs up under somebody else. Mm-hmm. And just like we were just talking about, she was messaging Emily going, okay, so do you prefer Square or PayPal? Did you sign up under me? Do you prefer Square or PayPal? Do you, where do you get your lip pictures from? She was literally stealing stuff from Emily's group. And Emily was like, I've been working so hard on this. She's a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. She don't have time to mess around and do all of this stuff. And it's heartbreaking seeing when you work on something, somebody taking it. Now, if there's an amazing post in my group and y'all are on my team, y'all can use whatever y'all want. For real.
I steal it. If it's anything that I post, if it's a game, if it's a graphic Jennifer posts, if you like the wording, steal it. If it sounds like you, take it. We put it out there. You're in our downline. So, if you're on Jennifer's team, I share a lot with you guys. If you're not directly under me, I share a lot with you guys, even if you're not on my team.
Yeah, we're all on the same team. So, we're talking about Emily going, oh my gosh, I don't want to, I want to answer her questions. I want to be nice. She's my friend. She was my friend before this. No, you cannot be giving her you need to talk to your sponsor. You signed up under this person because, you decided to, so you're going to have them help you. So yeah, that's a great question. That's a really great question because it legit happens. So if you haven't deleted her already, I would delete her. I mean, you can block her if you want, but she definitely needs to be deleted. And it was funny because when we had BlackBerry come out, Emily did the whole BlackBerry, the Fly Girl or Blue Red. Homegirl posted 20 minutes later the same thing. And it was just funny to see it happen. I don't even know if she's still doing it, but it was just really, I felt bad, but you know, Emily's laughing all the way to the bank now. So
do you, so wait, did everyone actually do the get to know and like message the 3 people, or did we kind of like interrupt that? Should we go back and do that?
Did anybody do it?
You may do it.
Okay, well, let's do it real quick. Basically, just message people and just say like, hey girl, like something, ask a question. Like, what would you say, Michelle? I already did mine.
These are people that are already your friends. So I want to be specific about that. So you have your add to network people, right? If they don't accept your friend request right away, wait until they do, give it however long, and then message them and say, hey, thanks so much for accepting my friend request. I really like to connect with other women here on Facebook. It's so hard to make. I always say it is so hard to make friends as adult women. But here I am trying to extend myself out, and I just want to say thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. That's that one like thing kind of done. If you want to make it, Jennifer does it better with a question thing. A lot of my stuff, Jennifer will phrase a question, I'll say a blank thank you statement, generally. So it depends on kind of how fast you want to make that move. Jennifer ends on a question. I forget what the question is. How do you say that, Jen? Just to give you an example. I just say thank you, basically. So if they've accepted my friend request, I say thank you. If you are already friends with them, you know them. Hey girl, I was just thinking about you. I wanted to reach out and say hello and like note something on their profile and say something about it. I've noticed you have like 2 kids now. That's fantastic. Like, how are you doing?
Form.
No. Form. Yeah, form. Dang it. I can never remember that.
Form. Does anybody know what that stands for?
Assume no.
Okay, I see Danielle freaking out over there. Okay, form is family, occupation, recreation, and M, what matters most. Basically, if you don't know what to talk about to somebody, people like talking about themselves. You talk to them about their family, or ask them about their family, their occupation, recreation, like what they like to do for fun, or what matters most. Like, which everybody has like something that they're passionate about. Like if you relate to somebody on like me, autism. Oh my gosh, like I am so excited that we connected. I just want to let you know, like, hi, my name's Jennifer. I am so excited. Okay, so I know that this may be so left field because you don't know me from Adam, but I noticed that your profile picture has the little autism speaks thing. And I have a 4-year-old son that has autism, and I really love meeting other autism moms. You know, I love this community, blah, blah, blah. Like, how long have you known that your kid has autism? Like, what kind of therapies? I know that's probably like way over y'all's head, but then that's how I talk to these women,
if you're
right?
an autism mom, though, other autism moms want to talk about this. So that's like Jennifer's thing. My like thing is actually a little different. So Xander has autism. However, you don't really hear me talk about it. I focus on these other things because it's just not my strong talking point. It's not something I'm like comfortable with talking about. And I don't really connect with other women, you know, other than Jennifer who have kids like that. It's just fact. It's just me. I don't really enjoy talking about kids very much. So I will I will talk about pretty much anything else. Recreation, occupation, what does matter to them. So I'll find something about them to compliment as opposed to, oh, your kid is adorable. I'll say like, your glasses are the shit. Like, where did you get them from? And they will like laugh emoji and respond every single time. So also if you're a cursor, don't be afraid.
Yeah, be yourself. Be yourself.
Be yourself all the way.
Let's do this real quick. Let's do it.
Get to know?
Yes.
Okay. Amber, you look like you have a question. Okay. Oh, Danielle.
There you go. I was just asking Danielle. I was like,
Oh.
what does this mean?
Oh.
What does this mean? But
Yeah, she got it. How do I mute again? Oh, there we go.
Is there a reason that everyone is muted? I can't hear anybody.
Yeah, we're muted because people are messaging people.
Okay, I thought I did something wrong.
No, you're good. You're good. I know you're over there listening to like Moana still.
I'm like listening to Shiny, and then I'm like, wait, where did they go?
Oh my gosh. Well, we're just about done anyway. Everybody done there like 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. You're just like, when do I say something?
Yeah. Right.
I'm
Listen,
dying.
I'm just me, okay? I'm just me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sitting over here and I'm eating my little Pop-Tart. I've already messaged 9 people today.
Hey, good
So,
job. All right, you guys. Okay, so the next thing, I know we've spent so much time on this. So, okay. Michelle, what does your thing say to do next? Because mine says invite to shop, but I feel like we definitely need to make sure. Usually I do invite to shop like after this next thing. The next thing I usually do is I go for about 5 minutes, and on some of these people that I've been looking at, I go on their pages and like and comment.
I actually, yeah, I do. There's really a 6 step. So if you went on and saw the little diagram, I actually want to update this. If I can figure out how to make a graph, then that could be something that I do.
We should update it because we got little Mod Podges from everybody. So
not called Get to Know, it's called Hey Girl.
exactly, it's called Hey Girl.
In the invite to shop. So think of like 3 people in your head that you've been like following a lot or that you want on your team or whatever, and go ahead and like and comment on something of theirs. Like this girl accepted my friend request and then posted a photo that said, are you gonna cry about it or boss up? And then the little comment said, first of all, I'm gonna do both. And I had to comment on that because I am totally the person that is crying while I'm saying, I'm very angry at you. It just only comes out this way. So I commented on her thing. So like something like that. Find something.
You guys would be volatile if you guys were friends.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But then I wrote like, oh my God, I laughed out loud at this. And she put like 3 emojis that were like this. And I was like, did I not read that right? She probably just unfriended me.
Yeah,
like,
you guys either just became best friends or she thinks you're the biggest idiot.
The biggest jerk. For real.
One or the other. Okay, I'm going to go like and comment. It takes me not very long, so I'm going to do probably about 8. I'll be back.
Okay, so yeah, before invite to shop, take 3 people and like and comment on something of theirs.
hey, so if anyone has an iPhone, you can click off of this whole conversation and it will still keep it going and you can do your business. Just so you know, I just figured it out. So I just want to pass that along.
I know Elizabeth's happy.
Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. You just click the home screen and it'll be like a little green highlight up in the top of the screen, and then you can just click back on it when you're done with your business.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to mute Moana again.
I'm just gonna put out there. I have missed every time while everybody's silent. I know that you guys about messaging. Not sure what we're supposed to be messaging. Sorry.
It's okay. We're not messaging right now. Right now we're doing the hold on. Right now we're doing the like and comment. So it's Rebecca, right? I recognize your voice.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just liking and commenting on like people's posts that are people that we're looking at to be a part of our business or as a shopper.
Okay, see, I wrote down all that information, but I didn't know that's what we're doing. Instead, I'm writing back to my husband, no, don't buy her a $60 bat. So that's what I'm messaging.
That's
okay.
relevant.
While I'm eating ice cream. Okay, I got this.
Okay. By the way, discovering that I can voice chat while on this thing. Game changer.
I was doing it while I was muted. I was voice messaging people. And actually, because that team thing, I did do a recent party for one of the girls that was on my dream team. And I was like, look, in a non-salesy, because we've been we're not best friends anymore, but we were growing up. And we haven't been like friends for a while, but notice now she's commenting on everything that I've been doing. And although she watched all of my stuff, never commented, never showed any interest in SeneGence, told her mom about it. So her mom has been going and buying her all of the stuff that she's been watching me do instead of coming to me. So there I am. I didn't message her. And so now I was like, I'm not giving this one up. I asked her, I was like, look, I made a dream team thing. This might seem creepy, but you were on my dream team. So if you ever want to do it, come at me.
Girls love that.
Dang.
We all important.
Aggressive.
We all feel thought of late at night by anyone, or during the day or whatever.
Yep.
Late at night by anyone, Michelle. Okay.
I mean, never mind.
Now I can't figure out how to mute myself. See, I finally figured out how to unmute it.
If you tap on the screen, then a little bar pops up and it says mute, stop video, share content.
Oh, gosh.
If you just tap on the
screen, I got audio, video, share participants.
Audio should be audio. I don't hear her, so I assume that works. Okay.
Okay, I have a question. Well, just advice, input. So there's a girl who I would say was in like my dream team list or whatever. Like she just like her makeup is just like always on point. She is a mom. Like I know we were in the education program together, but I don't think she's teaching. Like all I've known her to do is like have jobs at like Cracker or like not Cracker Barrel, but like Olive Garden, like kind of things like that. And so I don't know. I just think she, like for the business, she would be really good. Like she's amazing at makeup. Like she's super like on social media, things like that. But I don't think she's like doing anything anyway. So I kind of just want to message her and be like, hey, oh my gosh, can you like, I'm so jealous of your makeup. Like, can you come give me some pointers? Like, can we meet up or something like that?
There's nothing doing that.
Okay.
I still need Delicia to teach me how to fill in my eyebrows because no, I can't.
I'll share that video.
Okay, do it.
Yeah.
I see it too. So yeah, I would say Danielle, you should totally do that. I do that a lot. Michelle, I have been calling Danielle Michelle like all the time lately. All the time. I'm like, you guys. I would definitely message her. And you could say something like that, like for sure. That's something I would say. Like I literally, when I'm talking to some people, I'm like, look, this is going to sound so left field, but have you thought about doing what I'm doing? And like, hear me out. You see my face. Like, I mean, I can put makeup on, but have you seen your face compared to mine? I am like, I'm kicking butt and I can't help but think about you. And I'm like, you could like, seriously, like basically, just praise them. Like, I think you could like do this even more than I can. Like kind of just, and they'll be like, what? Just, I don't know.
Plus, if she's got jobs where she is in front of people, pick the right color, wear the damn color, and sell the lipstick at the table. I'm pretty sure Olive Garden doesn't have a problem with that. They might, You might lose your job if you do that, but at least you have lipstick to fall back on at that point.
So she's at Cracker Barrel right now, you said? I guess it doesn't matter where she's at.
She was at Olive Garden. I don't know if she's still there.
That's what you said.
But like, I don't think she's ever like, used her teaching degree. Like, I don't think she's got, I think she's just worked kind of side jobs like that. I mean, not like putting that down or anything, but
at the very least, I would reach out to start that relationship building again.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Did everyone like and comment yet, or do you get the concept? You might not want to like and comment right now, but that's fine too. I don't mind. All right. So the next one is invite to shop. This is pretty easy. Whatever you do, don't be like me and invite someone to shop, lose track of your paper, and then invite them to the business 2 days later. You will lose them. They will block you. They will know why you're in it. So that's why it's really important to keep like a running thing of this.
Oh, no. Was that a long time ago?
No. I got antsy. I wanted to recruit. And I lost both because I got too antsy. So it is what it is. Whatever. So invite to shop. This is super easy. This is generally people that you know, or even people like I'm doing right now in your beauty group. I bet you every single one of you have not reached out to every single person in your beauty group. You have people you still haven't talked to yet. It is never too late to say thank you for being in my group. This supports my business. Check and see who added them so you have like that reference. I see that Christina added you, and that's great. Like, she's awesome. And I just want to say, like, if you ever have any questions about any post that you've seen, or if you want me to color match you for LipSense, I would be happy to do that at any time. Again, thank you so much for being in my group. And I hope you have a great week. Just leave it at that. But that's 3 people that you're inviting to shop. If they're already in your group, like let's say you want to go at it this way, because this is what I'm doing right now. That's why it's fresh in my brain. If you want to go into your group, and that makes it a really easy invite to shop kind of thing, because you haven't directly invited them yet. You want to start to make your rounds and go through those people and formally thank them for being there, and also like throw in the, if you ever need any help, I'm here kind of thing. Jen?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's basically it. Like, when I message people, usually when I invite people to my business, it's not out of the blue. So just know that it's already people that I've been talking to. What?
This is invite to shop.
Oh, no. Sorry. That's what I meant. Invite to, well, both of them, honestly. I don't ask them out of the blue. But for the shop, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if I've been talking to them for a minute and then they're like, if we talk about like, oh, what do you do? And what do you do? And then they kind of know what I do. Then maybe a day or so later, or maybe even that day, and they're like, oh, that's really cool. Be like, you know what? Absolutely no pressure. I do have like a small little VIP beauty group, and I post a couple of times a day in there. Nothing really spammy, but if you just like want to be in there, I can add you to it. No problem at all. Every now and again, I do giveaways and stuff like that.
Sometimes they say yes.
Yeah. Most times they say yes. Sometimes they will say, sometimes they'll say like, oh, no, thank you. I've had a couple of no thank yous, and one of them in particular has turned into her friend invited her to my store, and instead she was one of my first customers, and then she joined my team. So that was a no.
So that's the invite to shop concept. And then when we get to invite to the business, so if everyone wants to take the time to invite to shop right now, then you can. If you don't, I want to talk about invite to business, because I'm very specific about this, because I actually don't like this step, and I like to modify it a little bit.
Okay.
So do you want to move on to invite to shop first and then talk about the invite to biz, or what?
No, we can talk about both, and then we can do them at the same time, because when it comes down to it, I know that it gets, this is my, instead of like over stressing this, because even though it's like, obviously we've been on here way longer than an hour at this point, but this usually will take less than an hour, because remember, you're just adding a few people, right? Once you're done doing that, you message them, right? And then you like and comment on stuff, and then you come to here and you you basically will ask people about the opportunity and ask them to your shop. Okay. My thing is I have a goal and I haven't been doing it. My goal is really to invite one person to my shop and one person to the business opportunity a day. That's not too much, but what it ends up being 30 people in 30 days. Now, if you're like, oh my gosh, I just don't have time for all of that, that's fine. You know, everybody's different. For me, it's not super inundating. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up to it, but when I added 30 people to my group, it was in November, and that was one of my highest months. And almost everybody that purchased from me were people that I got in my power hours. Almost everybody that joined my team in November were people from my power hours. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't ever take this long, usually, unless you're on a team call with us and then we just mess around and have questions, which is totally, this is not what this is for.
Hey, Heather's team calls with us. If you're, what is it, Jennifer? Is it Lady and Above, Royal and Above?
Royal and Above.
Royal and Above. Those things last for 2.5 hours, y'all. She doesn't get off there.
She will answer any questions, which is what we're here for. I mean,
obviously, because you'll come and go as you please. So invite to shop, invite to business. This is always kind of a strange thing for me because I have no problem doing it as like, I can't describe it. It's very weird, and I don't know how to make it sound the correct way. Basically, unless I've been getting to know a person for a little while, it's going to be like I'll invite them to shop in my group, really. But usually, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Okay, are you trying to say it's hard for you to invite the opportunity?
It's hard for me to invite people to the business, but it's very easy for me to like crap out and invite them to.
Honestly, it's the exact opposite for me. I would rather have you on my team.
Well, I would rather have you on my team.
No,
I'm just
I know.
saying it's hard for me to get a relationship to that point unless it just escalates very quickly.
Right. For me, I don't let it, gosh, and so many people, like a lot of people that are on here now are people that know me in real life. As far as the people that have joined me directly, like on my first line. Okay. But basically, I almost don't let it get to where I've been talking to somebody for a few months. Now, I do have people that talk for a few months, but usually most people join me within a week of me messaging them. Because I sprint through the conversation. Like, I don't just be like, hi, how are you? My name is Jennifer, join my team. Like, it's not like that. But I just I quickly get to know them and gain their trust and talk about stuff. And they're like, oh my gosh, you sound so excited. Because I always send voice messages. But when I invite somebody to opportunity, now if you have any problem with words, I know Kristen's not on here, I don't think, but Kristen, yesterday when I did the little random challenge and I put that here's kind of what I would maybe say. Mm-hmm. She was like, oh my gosh, thank you for the wording, because I'm like, I am bad at that. I'm bad at it too. So that's why sometimes I have to, now it gets a little bit easier as you go along. If you have to write it out, that's fine. I tell a lot of people, especially if they're like, well, I wish I could voice message. Well, just if you type something out to somebody, just type it out and then kind of sound it out to yourself like, hey, talking like you're talking to a best friend. You don't want to sound like you're just like, hi, my name is Jennifer. I do this and I really like it and it's fun. Can you please join me? No, I'm not going to join you. You sound real confident right now. Or buy something from you. But basically I have a thing in the group. Where is it? Oh, it's called scripts. I will bump it again. I bumped it a few times for whenever people randomly message me and they're like, oh my gosh, I have somebody that I want to talk to. How do I talk to them? I've bumped this file a few times, but something that I would say, if you see Casey posting stuff, talking about how oh my gosh, I just don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm looking for a new job. I can't make it anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then she's messaging with her people, basically putting her dirty laundry, unfortunately, on Facebook, talking about how she doesn't have money to pay her bills and all that stuff. And you just kind of see it going on. And you're like, oh my gosh. So some people, that's how they are. I don't do that because I don't want people knowing my problems. But this is what I would say. I would message her. And in fact, I have had somebody, this has worked for somebody. Now, I'm trying to pull it up. But anyways, so it's on the script thing, but you can message and be like, Hey, Casey. So I know this is going to sound really random, but I can't help but think you've really been on my heart here lately. I've been seeing your posts about you struggling to make ends meet for you and your little girls. And it really struck, something heartfelt that you can write it out if you feel like you'll stumble over words, which is why I was trying to pull up the script. And just say something like, I've been seeing this, like, I know this is going to sound really ridiculous and you may just hear me out. Have you thought about doing what I do? Because, especially if you may relate to that situation where you may have had issues where you were like hardly making ends meet. You'd say, have you ever thought about what I'm doing? Literally, it has really been a huge blessing to my life. And there's no, I know that we have the 300 PV order, and I know for me, I order it and I sell it and I keep stuff in stock, but we don't have to do that with this business. You can do all pre-orders. A lot of girls do all pre-orders, right? So you could just,
I pre-order almost everything.
Yeah. There's no, you don't have to order stuff. So some people and I'm not going to name companies' names, but a lot of people, their companies they send stuff you have to, it's auto ship, and people get a part of that. And I've talked to girls that are just no, I don't want to do that because I'm literally still in over my head over $900 from this other company. I really thought I was going to do well. I basically had the same spiel. I do really well with this. I'm like, girl, you don't have to worry about that. No, it costs $55 to join. If you hate it, you can get your money back. You can send everything back. And basically the only thing that the skin off your teeth is basically you can't join up again.
I always say the reason that you end up in business. So I'm going to tell you guys, I did LuLaRoe before I did this, right? And when I started doing this business with Jennifer, I was probably over $4,000 in debt because of LuLaRoe, because of how much they required you to buy, because of how much they required you to put in a package for them to even mail it to you. Granted, they've changed their whole system. Now you don't have to do that, whatever. But I always tell people jokingly, but also serious, that if you go into debt, in this business, it's because you have no self-control. And you just
don't do that. You will never hear us tell you that you need to take a credit card out. You don't need to take a credit card out. I am mortified by how many people have told me that when they've joined a business, their uplines have said, hey, you could order this package, but you should order this one. You should, that's like me saying where you're like, well, I don't know if I really want to do this. And I'm like, you should order 1,000 PV a month. I am never going to tell you guys that. I will tell you that 300 PV is what will set you for 40%. And if you're trying to build a team, that's where you want to be because it qualifies you. And if you want to, I think a car is going to go up here soon to 1,000, but if you want 50%, it's 750. If you want your fast start, you need to get 1,000. I'll tell you what it is and I'll break it down. And if you want me to support you and tell you you need to sell that, I will message you every day and tell you. But if you don't want that, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you to do that. No pressure on our side at all. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to say anything. So we talked about the invite to shop thing. For me, that's what I do is I slowly accumulate people in my group. I know I have a lot of people that I haven't talked to yet. So really just following up with them and being like, sorry, I haven't reached out. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of how I invite people to shop. I also invite people to shop by using this other method. So you're going to have people that comment on your stuff on your public page that never even touch your beauty group. They can be in your beauty group. They still don't comment in your beauty group, but they comment on your public page. If you have anyone who likes a post that you do, I go with more than once, not just the first post, because then I think they'll never comment again. If I see them comment a second time, I will invite them to shop. Every single time I will invite them to shop. So if they've liked, I haven't done it in 2 months, not gonna lie, need to get on the train. I've been off the train. Now I'm coming back on. But that's what I do. If they've liked 2 things, then I'll be like, hey, thanks so much for liking my posts about my business or something like that. I just want to let you know that I do have a private separate beauty group, like Jennifer said. And if you want to come in there and check it out, I only post once or twice a day. Typically it's only once. and you can kind of see what I do. And if you have any more questions, we can go from there. And then oftentimes they'll say yes. So that's how I invite to shop. Invite to the business. This is a little bit harder for me because I still have this running list that I get so hung up on all the time of these people that I have not approached yet about the business. So Jennifer, how do you invite people to the business? Are you comfortable with like saying that, or like what is your, I know it's different for like every single person.
Yeah, it really just depends on the situation. Like for me, like I said, I have a scripts thing in the page, like for different situations. If somebody says they have a money issue, like, you know, obviously if somebody has a money issue, they should be doing something like this. It's a very small investment, very small, $55, and you don't have to order anything if you don't need it. My goal for people to sell is like, as if they want a little bit of stock, is like in the very beginning, obviously like the 300 PV is 50% off. If they could even sell 6 or 7 collections, the rest of that is either for them or for stock, which I would keep it for stock and maybe keep 1 collection if they haven't tried it. But for me, it just really depends. It really depends. It's a situational situation. Well, wow, Jennifer. It's a situational thing. Like, I don't know. Give me an instance. Like,
okay, so I want to go with the person that you randomly think of that this would be good for. Let's say you've been talking to them, but you've not been like aggressively pursuing them. This is your first time that you're reaching out to someone that you're really thinking about that it would be like that it would be a good thing for.
have they bought this from me yet?
Yes.
Okay. And I would probably message them if it's been a little bit, be like, hey, Michelle, I just wanted to check in and see how you're still loving your color. I can't help but notice you probably, you know, you liked the Fly Girl the other day, and guess what? It's my color of the week. And, you know, no pressure or anything. I only have 1 left though. Girl, this color is hot. Not to mention I am placing an order this weekend. Like I said, no pressure, but if you're running low on a glossy, you know, blah, blah, blah. So then I really don't, like, if I'm just now like talking to them, I don't try to like throw the opportunity right at their face. I want to make sure, for me, I like to throw an opportunity at somebody when they're like actively online and we're already talking. Because then I can kind of get an idea of if they're avoiding like it. But it doesn't have to be like that. So then if I, you know, message her or whatever, and oh my gosh, I would absolutely love to get that, but I don't have any money right now, or it's not payday. Girl, we could get that one free to you. Like, that's the reason why I say free, because I follow what Emily did, and a lot of crown princesses actually did do to build up their business at the beginning, was they'll give away a free LipSense for a party. You don't have to do that. I was doing it to where they had to hit $150 to get a free LipSense, but I would do that if they say a money issue or whatever, and then you can flip them. It's a situational thing. I try to do parties first.
Okay.
Sorry, somebody say something. Oh,
I was going to ask, I'm having a huge issue with parties lately. Like, I will throw parties and I won't even have the hostess buy anything. Like, I will make $0. The hostess will not order. And it's like, I'm not going to give a free LipSense away every time just for a hostess. I can't afford that. I mean, if I could afford that, that would be great. Mm-hmm. But if the hostess isn't even going to buy anything, and I mean, it's not like parties are hard work, but it does take away from my family. You know what I'm saying? And then
you need to super host them.
Do you tell them, like, and I'm sure you do because you're in Emily's downline. Do you like tell them like, hey girl, whatever you do not mass add everybody. Think about like a handful of people. And then maybe if she's already tried it before, like have her posting selfies and making sure that she is active during the party.
Yes. I think that is and I tell them, you know, be excited. The more excited you are, you know, the more excited your guests are going to be, you know, things like that. But it's like I've had like 3 flops where I've had 0 orders, not even the hostess order. And so that is really discouraging, but you know, I just keep on going, obviously. But it's like I'm not going to give away all this free LipSense because that's costing me, you know, money that I don't really have.
Sorry, Michelle, were you going to say something?
I have honestly canceled parties. So again, I'm a different version than Jennifer, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get different things. That's why we say mom and dad jokingly, but I don't know. This is what I do. So if I have a hostess who is literally not doing the steps, has not posted, does not want to go live, doesn't do anything, I will not host the party. I won't do it. I'll say, hey, because we've already agreed to this, right? We're going to have our little one-on-one chat. We have our chat, and I say, hey, this is what you're going to do. And she's like, yeah, great. Okay, I would love to do that. I did this with a girl named Tiffany Helm. She's on my friends list. Never again. But she had said, oh, yeah, you know, great. And then she said she didn't really feel comfortable posting on her public page. Then she said she didn't really feel comfortable posting in the group. And I said, your friends do not know me. Therefore, they will not shop with me. Don't you know? This is my instance in which I learned my lesson. She did not participate. So I said, hey, girl, I don't know where you were that day. Like, we had a commitment to one another for this. So unfortunately, I can't give you this free lip color because you did not participate in the party, and therefore none of your friends showed up. And it's no hard feelings. It's just I can't run a business that way. And I hope you respect that decision. We're still friends. She still wants another party someday, but I'm still like, you know, freaking out over here. But I was perfectly honest with her about that. I canceled the party because she wasn't doing the steps that she agreed to do. And so at that point, there's only so much coaching that you can do. You already know the party's going to be a flop.
Right.
So,
Right.
See, what I've done before in the same kind of instance, I actually had somebody who did genuinely add people. She didn't have anything to like show pictures because she hadn't tried it yet. She was one of those that said she didn't have money, but she's been interested. So she messaged me about 3 hours before the party, and she was like, I'm going to have to cancel and put it another time because I have a friend. My husband didn't tell me, but she's randomly coming into town, and I'm going to be at the airport picking her up. And I was like, well, I appreciate okay. Sorry. It's okay. I appreciate you telling me that, you know, this was going on. Like, I will, and you know what I did? For all the people that said they were coming or maybe, I messaged them individually and said, like, hey, Brooke, I just want to let you know that Michelle's party's canceled this evening. We're going to reschedule. However, I know you were excited because you said you were coming, and I just want to let you know that literally, like, this is still good. I don't know when her party's going to be scheduled for, but if you have any questions or want to know more about any of the stuff in this group that I already have posted, because at this point, you already have pictures of the lips posted, and you may already have pictures of like the skincare you were going to talk about or whatever. Just like, you know, reach out like, hey, it's going to be rescheduled. I just want to reach out personally and tell you I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. It's going to be rescheduled for another date. But if you decide you wanted to purchase tonight and you can't wait, it will count towards her rewards. Now, if homegirl doesn't want to reschedule, guess what? The rewards are null and void, and you might still get a collection sale. So I would reach out to whatever girl's name I said Brooke, actually. I was like, I would reach out to Brooke and just bond with her. And then guess what? You may have just added her to your store. She may want a collection. She may not have money for a collection. Homegirl hasn't even seen you run a party yet, may not have money, and may just be like, you know what? I'll just do a party instead. Okay. And if you have 5 people that said they were coming or maybe coming, you message, and you have one person like Brooke, that's one new person in your store, maybe one person that will buy a collection, just something like that. Like, turn lemons into lemonade, because I was like, seriously? Because I remember that day I had to move mountains to be able to get the lighting and all of that stuff. This was like towards the beginning of me doing this. I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. And then I did that, and I was like, I sold a collection to somebody in Florida, a girl that I didn't even know. And I was so proud of myself.
I had to do that. Actually, I guess it was like 2 weeks ago. I had a girl sign up under me, and I was like, oh, let's do you a launch party because I'm really trying to get to Maiden. She doesn't want to do the business. But I was like, let's just throw you a launch party. I'll do all the work. And I treated it just like a regular party that I would be doing for someone. And then at the last minute, she was like, I can't do this. And like completely blocked me on Facebook and everything. Like, what the hell? So I was like, Emily, what am I going to do? And she was like, oh, turn it into a mystery hostess. So I did, and I ended up getting like $350 or $400 of sales in that party.
See, go.
So, you know, that it did turn out good, although I would have liked to have had, you know, her qualifying order, but I did turn it out to be better than what it was going to be.
You did. You really
That's
did.
awesome.
The thing is like, I don't know who said it. I think Josie did, but you can only control the controllables, and that is you.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. It really does suck sometimes. But
I'll get my team eventually. I'll get my team.
It will happen. It will
I feel like for so many people, the longest journey is to maiden.
Yeah.
Because then stuff just happens. Then you have like, for example, just a little like side information about like our team. Rebecca created my third line out of nowhere. Like it just appeared one day. And that's what happens when you hit maiden and you start having these people that do work. Like I was one of Jennifer's first 3 people to sign up. You know?
See, I have to also realize that I have to be patient because as Jennifer knows, it took me a really long time to sign up. And Jennifer actually reached out to me and I completely ignored her. Like, not even going to go there with this girl. I love her, but I cannot do this. And then I just kept watching and watching and watching and watching her and Emily and her and Emily. And I put 2 and 2 together. Oh, Emily has signed up under her. And I was like, so, okay, well, I can sign up under Emily and help both of them out. And so that's eventually, you know, what I did. But it took me, you know, months of just watching and ignoring when she would reach out to me. And so I have to remember that I was stubborn and a lot of people are just stubborn. And, you know, it is what it is.
You just keep having to water the seed you plant. You have to do it. Because with Elena, I signed up under her because of my husband. He made me do it. He was like, she knows what she's doing. She's a business like fanatic. She is not going to join something that's not going to be well. So I did, and I started selling stuff, and like I had to finally be even after I joined up and had sold a lot of stuff, both my husband and her had to like shake me and be like, you are literally like, what are you doing? Like, you've been signed up for a month. You said you were going to try to do the business, and then they kind of both had to shake me at the end of June because it took me a whole month. I joined the 4th of June. And it was on the very last day of June that both of them were like, stop just selling and try to build a business. At least try in the month of July. And I haven't looked back since. So even when I was joined up, I was.
That if you follow, and this is like a really drastic thing that I want to say, but it's really true. Because Jennifer and I did it a lot in the beginning. And obviously, like we both had a lot of people sign up in the beginning. But if you follow the Power Hour format to a T, let nothing get in your way of following that format, you'll be maiden. If you decide to quit that month, you'll be maiden. It's just a numbers thing because you're reaching out so many times, you're inviting people, you're actually, if you don't chicken out like I do half the time and, not invite people to the business opportunity, that's a crucial step. That's a step that literally has to occur for them to say yes. But what is it? Because the next step we're going to talk about, the very last step, is following up. So you're inviting to the business and then following up being the last step. A lot of times you're going to have to follow up with a person. How many times, Jennifer? 5, 6?
It's like 6 to 9 times. I don't know. Coach Chai. I don't know. Is it Chi? Coach Chi?
I don't know. All I know is I get to meet. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, she's literally, everybody wants to talk about Joni, and I'm like, no, I'm just excited about meeting her.
I'm the most excited about Shaniza I use her whole name because it makes more sense to me. I'm more excited about Shaniza than absolutely anyone else. Anyone else that I have seen online. I'm the most excited about.
And that's why I'm going down to Jacksonville the week before. So I can be like, look, I'm going to be in a sea of like 6,000 or 8,000. I don't even know how many people, but I will find you there too.
I will hunt you down. Anyway, so make sure that you are following up, even if they like don't respond to like the business opportunity or the thing. So like, oh yeah, Rebecca, you got to meet her, didn't you? Or she just like talked about you. I was so jealous. Oh.
Yes, I got to meet her. I got a picture with her and everything, her and Heather. But she definitely brings a lot of oomph to that room. Like, definitely makes it to where you just want to everybody stand up and jump up and down and, good Lord, message people, pretty much grab them by the necks and say you're joining with me because you're so excited because of her. She's pretty good. She's pretty awesome.
That's amazing. Oh, so excited. Anyway, so that's follow-up. So if you're watching the like recorded version of this, we are going to make a different thing, but let's go through the steps real quick. So add to network. You're going to go into your little find your friends list, something like that, in a group that you're already a part of. And your ideal scenario is to add 3 to 5 people to your network whenever you do this power hour. 3 to 5 people. If you want to add more than that, I still recommend 3 to 5, but if you want to be more ambitious, cool. And then the get to know, AKA Hey Girl, since we're going to be reformatting this, but the get to know is the first time that you reach out to someone. That's the, hey, thank you so much for adding me as a friend on Facebook. I'm always trying to connect with other, like, a lot of people say boss babes or women here, like-minded women here on Facebook. So I just want to say thank you so much for adding me as a friend. I look really forward to getting to know you. Then Jennifer's additional step, which is like and comment. So Jennifer, how many people do you recommend that they like and comment?
I usually do about like 8 or 10 because it's so easy. Like that's like the easiest part, because when we're not paying attention to Facebook, like these steps, that's all we're doing anyway. Like, so I'm just like, I give myself about 10 minutes to do it. So I can, like, instead of being like, oh, cool, or that's pretty, or something like that, I like actually put some kind of statement, like some sustenance or whatever on there.
And then we have invite to shop, and that speaks for itself. There are people in your group that you haven't necessarily formally said hello to yet or invited yet. Invite people in your own group. And then if you have anyone that is like commenting on your stuff or is liking, sorry, this lady just sent me a message. She's a lady that I reached out to in my beauty group. And she finally responded at 8 o'clock tonight and was like, and I've never talked to her. And she was like, so I'm thinking I need lipstick. Just by reaching out to her, and I didn't know who she was. And that was someone that I invited to shop that was already in my shop. You can also, if someone says like, oh, I really love that lip color, you can either comment or you can voice message them and be like, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite colors. I love to wear it like with this or just on its own. If you ever want any help like color matching or you want to try the color for yourself, just let me know. I would love to hook you up. Invite to shop. Invite to the business. That's where it gets a little more complex. You have people that you've been talking to for a while. You have your dream list. There's all different ways to invite people to the business, but the most important way to do it is the way that feels most genuine and most organic for you. If you feel like firing off like right away and throwing all caution to the wind and being like, so I keep thinking about you and I think this would be a really great opportunity for you. Let's say they're like someone you think about a lot. Why not just message them? It's not going to hurt anything. And then there's also steps as you're like commenting or they've shopped with you before or they express interest in like having a party or whatever. A lot of people that you'll get to invite to the business are through parties or through just like selling them LipSense. And then follow up. That applies to most things. Don't just leave a hey girl statement out there. Don't just leave an invite to shop statement out there. Or invite to the business statement. Always follow up with those things because oftentimes that's how you're going to get a sale or someone to join your team, is just by remembering to be thoughtful and reach out to them. So that's all 6 steps.
Yep. And then make sure if you go live or something or on just a regular post, I need to go back through on my last couple of lives on my page and like and comment on every comment. It will keep it bumped and it will engage more people.
By the way, Jennifer, did you see the thing that Danielle posted in her
Yes,
beauty?
I look like I'm like, yes, it's funny.
Picture choice.
She took a picture of us on the Zoom call and it was me like on the screen and I'm like, I'm telling you guys, you ladies off. But does anybody, I mean, that's basically the gist of it. I mean, it's called Power Hour because whenever it's on the little timer, I was kind of like talking about at the beginning, Elena's timer is literally like splits it up in like an hour-long thing. But I guess that's if you're super OCD. If you can do this and you can do it in like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or however, like it really just depends. If you want to do 10 people instead of 3, it's obviously going to take you longer, right? So it really just depends on what you want to do or what you have time for. So,
but obviously don't message more than like 12 people in a day.
And don't add people that are friends with somebody else.
Oh, guys, that's so super important. So really quick, you'll like, now that you're starting to go through your like find your friends list and stuff like that, if you see a person that is friends with Jennifer or or if they're friends with Rebecca, leave them alone. Like that's basically their avenue of people to approach, right? Your friends list is your working list of people to approach. So if I see that Jennifer is friends with someone, and recently I flubbed this up and actually friended someone that Jennifer was already friends with since August. Granted, homegirl's not signing up under anyone or buying anything from anyone. Still, be really cautious of that because it's easy to miss. But it's a lot of times it's a respect thing. But there's so many other people to like talk to. But if they're friends with Rebecca, chances are I'm not going to reach out to them because that's Rebecca.
There's like 5 billion people on Facebook. So you can find somebody else. And also, you know, Facebook is obviously the platform that we are using the most of, but there's ways to do Instagram. And I don't really know how people are doing Snapchat. Some people are saying that
it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard. You got to be like super creative with Snapchat.
I watched Jalen's thing on Instagram, her little like live thing, and she did her whole skincare routine. Don't you know? I sat there and watched the whole thing.
There's like, I want to make $24 million team.
I want to make $1 million a year. Thank you, guys. Jalen Schroeder makes $1 million a year. Heather makes over $30,000 a month.
Yes.
Can I add something real quick about that Facebook and the friends thing? About how you guys... So one thing that I do when I'm searching through suggested friends, which, by the way, sometimes they can lie because these people I have to delete some of them. But I always go to their abouts. And when you go to their about, you can actually see the groups that they're already a part of. So I don't waste my time adding people that already belong to another SeneGence or LipSense. If there are multiple things, I actually don't waste my time with adding them, but that is something that I do with every single person that I search through. I make sure that they don't have a group already like that.
Wait, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Now I need to.
So if you go to their About Me and you scroll down, it'll be their interests, you know, their likes, and then it says their groups, and you can actually see what groups they belong to. And if they belong to, you know, Lovely Lips by Lucy, I don't add them.
That is so smart.
Wait, teach me things. Hold on. Where is it?
Okay, so go ahead and find a suggested friend.
Oh, this for and click on About.
Yep, click on About.
Okay.
And then scroll down. And you should see their groups. It should see like the books that they like.
Oh my gosh. You learn something new every day.
Yes. So whenever I see some type of LipSense, or if I see, you know, if I see, I'm not going to lie, if I see a unique or something, I do still tend to ask them because unique can be different. Like my neighbor right now that I just moved to Texas that I met, I've been here for like a week or so. She used to sell unique. And then actually she sold Limelight after that. You know darn well I'm getting her on our wagon. But so I will still add people that are different groups like that. Especially if I can tell that they haven't been really active, like maybe if it's further down or if it's like a group that has like 3,000 people in it, then I know that they probably aren't on it that much. So then I'll go ahead and I'll still add them.
This girl I friended is part of 3 LipSense groups.
But hey, also think
get
about
her.
it like this, though. Think about it like this. There's also a possibility that somebody could have done a big fat no-no and added her to groups when she didn't want to be a part of them.
That is true. And also, people like different people. There's different things that I'm not sure. Like, even with me and people that I know, I have, like, I don't know your name, but I wanted to comment on it. All of my parties online have flopped, and I've been giving a free LipSense out with them and not the hostess. And actually, the hostess has been doing great, this and that, but nobody's ordering. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've tried each layer or each different way that I've been taught on different pages with you guys on what to post and this and that. But anyways, but when one of my customers turned into a consultant, joined my team, I noticed girls that were first part of my group, they were actually, since I'm an admin, I was watching them asking to be added to their group. And then I've actually witnessed them commenting and stuff once they became a consultant, commenting and doing things on their page, which they weren't doing on mine. So, people have different preferences of who they are as well, but I still don't, for a normal basis, I personally don't try to add them if they're already parts of LipSense groups, because I'm like, what?
That's really smart. Amber, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, like, it's smart to be respectful of other distributors, because also, like, we are a sisterhood. You don't want to, like, go in and steal somebody's people, but at the same time, you might get a great customer, because there was a girl, I had no idea she was a part. It's a girl I kind of know, but, like, at an arm's length, like, I know who she was, but didn't know her. And she heard somebody talk about how I had a chicken fly in my face in one of my LipSense videos. Like, what? I have to see this. And so she joined my page so she could watch my chicken video. And now she's one of my great customers. And she tells me all the time, she's like, look, I have so many friends that sell this stuff, and I'm in all of their groups, and I don't watch any of their stuff. I don't care what they do. I watch all of yours. She's like, I love you. I love what you do. If I ever buy anything, I'm buying from you. Like, if they have parties and they want to invite me, like, I'll participate. But, like, you're my girl now. And it all happened because, like, even though she's a part of those groups, she just fits with me. So sometimes it's
if you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm thinking about my statement that I want to make. If you have someone that wants to join your whatever, if you have someone come to you, never say no. I mean, yeah, just never say no. But don't, like, pursue them intentionally, because then that's the kind of messed up part. But honestly, if you're a SeneGence distributor and you are not in Heather's downline, I'm coming for you. Like, I will come after, like, whoever. It doesn't matter. I don't have very much loyalty to anyone other than in Heather's downline. And even so, I can't.
Oh my gosh, this sounds so bad.
Like,
Like a nice person.
I have a question.
Sorry.
Go for it.
No, I'm sorry. So, okay, so you know how like Jennifer, you and I just became like actual friends on Facebook. Well, and which is fine, it's cool. And I think that, like, it's cool. I have other distributors that I'm actually friends with. I'm not like a part of the group or anything. They're my friends. Okay, so this is weird though. Like, I got a message from, just like how you guys are saying, like, your power hour. Well, I guess this girl must have been doing her power hour, and she left me a voice message on my messenger on Facebook. And she's like going on like, hey, I just want to reach out to you. I see you're a boss babe like me. And I just thought that was so strange. She just started going on and on and on and on and on about how, like, we're doing the same thing or something like that. And I was just like, that's weird. I don't understand what connection, like it would just, to me, it just seemed weird. Like, if I were to message you, Jennifer, on your messenger and be like, hey, Jennifer, so I see that we both sell SeneGence, and like, how would that make anybody any money? Like, I thought that was so weird. Like, I was like, what are we supposed to talk about?
That is kind of a waste of time. Like, unless you are looking for unless she was trying to get you as like a success partner.
Was she SeneGence?
Honestly, I don't know. She just said boss babe. And I didn't even bother, because I was at work when I got the message too. And I just looked at my phone and I listened to it, and I was just like, this doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand.
I mean,
So go ahead.
I said she's probably got good leadership if she's doing the power hour thing. So that's interesting. But I would find out what she does. Just out of curiosity. And if she sells SeneGence and seems like someone you want to like be partners with, success partners with, then cool. And if not, I don't necessarily know the point to that relationship.
I would just say,
neither.
For me, most of the time, whenever I've messaged somebody, just said like, "Hey, thank you for adding me," that comment and like thing, that part has already happened. So by this point, you've seen my name pop up in your timeline, like Jennifer has liked your. So at least it's not like, who's this person? It's like, oh, she's liked and commented a couple of things, like, "Hey, girl," you know. So homegirl did it the wrong way.
Cold messaged you.
Yeah,
and
she did.
I don't do that because honestly, the person on the other side of that screen is like, who are you? I have no idea who you are. If they have accepted your friend request and they're like, I don't know why you added me. You accepted, hit decline. It's not that confusing, you know? So
I kind of listen to her message. I would message her back and be like, "Hey, girl," like that's when I like one up people. I've had some girl that will message me and she's like, basically does this spiel and she's like, this is recorded, so I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but she's like, "Hey, girl, I just wanted to message you. I'm doing one of these little weight loss things coming up, and you can get my 40%. Y'all can just read between the lines.
Okay, who knows what company that is? Yeah. Let's just get a little
40% off of anything, like for if you do like a 90-day blah blah blah." And I'll be like, I'll send back, dude. I'll be like freaking excited, and I'll be like, "Hey, girl, oh my gosh, thank you so much for reaching out to me." Especially, I love whenever they don't even say the name of their company. I'll just be like, "Hey, girl, I have a friend that does that too. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not interested right now because I'm doing my own keto thing. I don't know if you've heard about keto, blah, blah, blah. But I really think that's awesome that you're messaging people, even if they've cold messaged me. I don't even care. I think that's really awesome that you're, messaging people about your business. So how long have you been doing your business?" "Oh, I've only been doing it for about 3 months." "Oh, really? That's really cool." And then, like I said, what did I do? I asked her a question. Homegirl is in my court now. I'm going to question the heck out of her. And you know what? I'm not going to buy anything from her. I actually I use that as a platform. Homegirl just made it easy. I don't have to message her now. She messaged me. Mm-hmm. So turn that around.
Jennifer also likes to remind people that she's doing really well with a kick-ass team of over 100 boss babes, and she's a duchess, with SeneGence maybe. I have said countess one time because some girl really annoyed me, and I was like, I want her to go look that up.
I have never told anybody my rank because I don't really feel like I've never told anybody my rank because I don't really feel like that matters. But I'll just ask people how long they've been doing it. "Oh, I've been doing it for about, I love it when they tell me they've been doing it for like 6 months or longer. I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, so that's really awesome. You've been doing so." They don't even have to tell me. They don't even have to tell me if they're successful or not. I'll be like, "Okay, girl." So I know so many people that do that. And I actually had a friend that did it. Still, you guys know what company I'm talking about. I had a friend that did it about 6 years ago, and girl, she would walk into Walmart and Starbucks, and every time she would come out of there, she'd have like a couple $100 because people would be buying that stuff left and right. But she was making hand over fist, and she doesn't even do it anymore. And there's so many people doing it. So what makes you so successful since there's so many people doing this? Girls, 9 times out of 10, this girl will message me back and be like, "I actually haven't even made my money back." And I'm like, I don't even know this girl. And she's like giving it up. And at that point, I'm like, well, I've been doing mine for about 8 months, and I make I'm not going to say, I make like 4 figures a month. I've quit my job that was full time, and I'm doing this from home, like super quick. And I was like, obviously it really just depends on what you want. You may love working outside your home or whatever, but usually they're like, "Wait, what do you do? What do you do?" And then we have a business opportunity thing coming up here soon with Heather. You can be like, "Hey, girl, if you're interested, I can add you to this group. It's like no pressure at all. It's just one of our girls that's a Crown Princess. She can kind of basically explain everything, and I'll add you to it, and I'll just follow up with you afterwards. Or if you're like me, when Elena approached me, I was like, I can't wait. I'm just going to sign up under you, and I'll listen to that stuff after I've joined. But yeah, when they start messaging you, cold messaging, turn it around.
I always look up people. So, okay, so the reason I'm saying like Countess or whatever. First of all, it says it on my little thing because I like it in my about me. It's fine. I'm proud of it. Like, it's cool.
I'm just not hating on you.
Okay. I was like, it's just what I do. Like, I'll say like, I'm a countess, like in my business. A lot of times they will go and look that thing up. The reason I know this is because if they're trying to recruit me, they will go and look up the ranks of businesses. You want to know how I know they'll do that? Because I do that. Well, I will go to unique like girls. I'll go to unique girls and I will be like, if they're this color or this color, I am stealing them and I'm going to try to talk to them. If they're this color or this color. If they are this color, if they are this thing, I'm probably not going to try to talk to them because they already have a team. They already have like these like tons of people that they're, you know, I consider myself responsible to people, even though I've been a complete flake with all the crap going on with my son and my ex-husband and now moving and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what was I going to say?
I do agree with you there. I will look up people's ranks.
I'll look up the rank of something. So if they're like a black status presenter for Unique, yeah, I'm not talking to them.
Yeah, I've had one girl that was like pushing heavily new skin on me. Like, and I was like, hey girl, like I appreciate it, but like, you know, I don't use fluoridated toothpaste. I'm like, y'all only have fluoride toothpaste. Like when you have non-fluoride toothpaste, let me know. Like, because she keeps on trying to make me buy. So she's tried to have me join too. And I'm like, girl, we have like, they have Power Lips or whatever, right? So like that's completely competing thing. And I'll just straight up tell somebody if they go into the whole like recruiting thing, start recruiting, usually instead of depending on my mood, like I said, normally the ball's in my court, but sometimes I'll be like, I'm sorry, even if I wanted to do this, I'm a field leader and I could not be doing this. So you're gonna have to stop that. Oh, we have plenty of people in my business that also sell LipSense. I'm like, yeah, and they're doing 2 businesses, so they're being mediocre at both of them. I mean, that's how it works, like in the nicest way possible. You can't, unless you're like, if you do 2 businesses, if you're focusing more on one, you're probably going to do more, like better on one. And there are people that do, like Heather has the SeneGence thing, and she's got her t-shirt thing. The t-shirt thing is not an MLM. When we're talking about MLMs, it's a little bit different. And
she was already t-shirts before she even started with SeneGence.
Right. I would never recommend doing more than one MLM. And if you do, I don't know, because I wouldn't even say do it, because you can't, especially if you hit SeneGence, like once you sign the management agreement, when you hit Countess, I can't even say it. Once you sign that, you're considered a field leader, and they basically want you kind of help the company make decisions, and they want you to basically be just that company's as far as MLM goes. So, and I'm sure that goes for all companies. I know Beachbody for sure is like that. Okay. So sorry, you look people up by their statuses. So they probably do that to you.
I do look people up by that. So that's also why I kind of put it in my thing, because it started getting to a really crazy point, because I've started to add friends that are also in other like MLMs. So especially if they're like non-competing ones, there's like these people are now in this like therapy MLM. I don't want to even pretend to understand it. They train to be life coaches. It's like a life coach MLM or whatever. Life coach plus lipstick business. I don't know.
I'm not going to be looking for no life coach on Facebook.
Yeah. And because I'm like, okay, I don't really understand this, so I'm just going to add them because I want people to add. But as I've started adding more people that aren't necessarily that, but they like do other things, I want to write something in the thing because they're going to approach me. Like they'll approach you. I had some girl approach me about I couldn't even understand what it was, y'all. It was like a data collecting thing.
Oh, wow.
But she gave me the Jennifer spiel, like, exactly. Hey, girl, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. And I was like, game, recognized game. Got it. It was amazing.
Yeah, usually when you see those, though, those are the people that I'm just like, all right, I can get with this because she and I are both like, we kind of match, but I kind of know that I'm probably not going to get her to my team. So then I'm like, all right, well, lipstick, I got it.
Yeah, if she's into fitness and makeup and is like her own coach or whatever, I'll just like, I won't even try to recruit her for that. I just want to sell her lipstick and maybe get her to comment and post in my beauty group because y'all, my beauty group is dying. It's dying. That's why I've been like messaging people because this is my challenge to myself, right? I felt so bad because I'll only get like a few comments on my thing. And to be honest, a lot of my downline is in my beauty group, and that's great because they all like comment and stuff like that. But I'm not going to reach out to them as members of my beauty group.
But be honest to everybody. You said your beauty group is dying. Have you been adding people?
I've not been adding people to my beauty group.
That's why.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling to chill out. I'm just saying that's why.
I haven't reached out to, and well, I haven't really reached out to anyone in like 2 months because I've been hermiting myself because I actually feel a lot better now, but I felt so like emotionally unstable that I felt like if I get on a live or if I get on here and talk to you guys that I'm just going to like break down. No one needs to see that. Or maybe they do. I don't know. But now I'm retasking myself because I have this whole list of people. So I broke it up into 3 categories. I have like strangers that have never shopped with me, people that I know that have shopped with me, and then people that have shopped with me. And I'm trying to break it down by days and reach out to all of these people and make it like my personal endeavor to do so. But y'all, I have people that I added in August and I've never spoken to.
Yep.
That's on me.
But hey, that's good because it's like new people all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I already had someone order. And I already had someone say thank you, no thank you.
There you go.
So.
Exactly. At least you got a response.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any, I mean, that's basically it. Do y'all have any questions?
I really want to go watch Kelsey's Time to Shave the Face video.
Oh, dude, it's awesome.
It was fun.
Funny.
I was so nervous. I was like gonna be like ridiculous and say like type in there and say everybody take a shot every time you hear the word vagina. But I was like, never mind. I'm not gonna put that on here.
Tell me. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. I thought about that for Power Hour. I was like, okay, everyone take a shot for every single person that you message. Everyone's on the floor at the end of the Power Hour.
Well, those people that I message at the very end, God bless them, they'll be like, wait, what do you do? Why did you message me? Do I need to call an ambulance?
And if you're like me, if you've drank too much, you don't know what you do.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but Kelsey's video was funny. She got into like, she was talking about, oops, I just muted myself. She was talking about how she was trying on like running pants or like jogging pants. And she was like, do you guys have the ones that cover up the underwear? And she's like, oh, these ones do. And apparently she's like, no, this one will show my entire vagina.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, I'm recording this. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Look, if people are watching this, they're on our team and they already know our shenanigans. So
yeah, exactly.
oh my gosh, I'm going to stop recording. How do I do
You're
that?
stuck with us.